श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव श्री नरसिम्हा जय नरसिम्हा जय जय नरसिम्हा प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्म भृंगम श्री नरसिम्हा जय नरसिम्हा जय जय नरसिम्हा प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्म भृंगा श्री नरसिम्हा जय नरसिम्हा जय जय नरसिम्हा प्रह्लादेश जय पद्मा मुख पद्म भृंगम तव कर कमल वरे नखाम अद्भुत श्रृंगाम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृंगाम केशवधीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव तव कर कमल वरे नखाम अद्भुत श्रृंगाम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृंगाम केशवधीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरे नखा अद्भुत सिंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपो तनुभृंगाम केशवधीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 ना हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare, Hare. Gauranga Nityananda, 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 Gauranga Nityananda. Nittai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nittai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
जय राधा पार्थ सारथी राधा पार्थ सारथी श्री राधे। जय ललिता विशाखा जय ललिता विशाखा ललिता विशाखा जय ललिता विशाखा। जय गौरनीताय जय गौरनीताय गौरनीताय जय गौरनीताय। जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान। जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय नरसिंह देव प्रहलाद नरसिंह जय नरसिंह देव। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद। नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद। कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर। कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री गुरु चरणा पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा श्री गुरु चरणा पद्मा केवल भक्ति सद्मा वंदो मुई सावधाना माते वंदो मुई सावधाना माते जहर प्रसादे भाई ए भव तोरिया जाय जहर प्रसादे भाई ए भव तोरिया जाय कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए जहाँ होइते कृष्ण प्राप्ति होए जहाँ होइते गुरु मुखा पद्मा वाक्या चिते ते कोरिया क्या गुरु मुखा पद्मा वाक्या चिते ते कोरिया क्या हारो न कोरिहा मने आशा अरुण को रिहमने आशा श्री गुरु चरणे रति यही से उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चरणे रति यही से उत्तम गति ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा ये प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चखुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चखुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकोशिता दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाशा जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेदे गाय जहर चरिता वेदे गाय जहर चरिता श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु अधम जनर बंधु लोके ना लोके रजीवाना लोके ना लोके रजीवाना आहा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया आहा प्रभु करो दया देह मोर पद छाया एबे आज घुषुक त्रिभुवाना एबे आज घुषुक त्रिभुवाना जय प्रभुपदा 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 श्रील प्रभुपदा प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More तुमा बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे पतित पावन हेतु तब अवतार मौसम पतिता प्रभु न पाई बयान आहा प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी सामने है कृपावलोकन करो आमी बड़ो दुखी दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई तब कृपा बले पाय चैतन्य निताय। आहा स्वरूप सनातना रूप रघुनाथ। भट युग जीवा प्रभु लोकनाथ। दया करो आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास। रामचंद्र संग मांगे नरोत्तम दास। रामचंद्र संग मांगे नरोत्तम दास। जय गौर निताय गौर निताय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय। हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Gaurahari, Nitai Gaurango, Gaurahari. Gaura 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 Hari Haribo 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 Gaur Haribo. Nitai Gaur Haribo 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 Gaur Haribo. Jaya Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Nityalila Prabhu Om Vishwabad Paramahansa Parivarjagacharya Stotra Shashi Srimad Bhagavatam Abhay Chanarvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON BBT founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nityalila Prabhu Om Vishwabad Paramahansa Parivarjagacharya Stotra Shashi Srimad Bhagavatam Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada ki jai. Nityalila Prabhu Sakshat Vairagya Murti Gorkshodar Babaji Maharaj ki jai. नित्य लीला प्रवेश सच्चिदानंद भक्तिनोद ठाकुर की जय. नित्य लीला प्रवेश वैष्णव सार्वभौम जगन्नाथ दास बाबा जी महाराज की जय. नामाचार्य श्री हरदास ठाकुर की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णवरिंद की जय. प्रेम से गौ श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय. गंगा माई की जय. यमुना माई की जय. वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय. हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय. जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय. मायापुर नवदीप धाम की जय. ब्रजमंडल वृंदावन धाम की जय. श्री श्री राधा पार्थ सारथी की जय. ललिता विशाखा की जय. श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय. श्री श्री गोधाई पंचोदत्त की जय. श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव की जय. श्री फलाल महाराज की जय. निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी. ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees. हरे कृष्णा. ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees. हरे कृष्णा. ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees. हरे कृष्णा. ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरु एंड गौरंगा. हमारे गुरुदेव के चरण कमल ही एकमात्र साधन है जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत शुद्ध भक्ति एवं श्रद्धापूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ. उनकी कृपा से जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है तथा कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है कि उनके मुख से निकले हुए शब्दों द्वारा अपनी चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। उनके चरण कमलों में राग ऐसी सिद्धि है जो समस्त मनोरथों को पूर्ण करती है। वे मेरी बंद आँखों को खोलते हैं तथा मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरते हैं। जन्म जन्मांतरों में वे मेरे प्रभु हैं। वे प्रेमा भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं और अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। वैदिक शास्त्रों के चरित्र का गान करते हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, करुणा सिंधु तथा पतित आत्माओं के मित्र, आप सबके गुरु एवं सभी लोगों के जीवन हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, मुझ पर दया कीजिए तथा मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की छाया प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोकों में फैला हुआ है। श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaridhare Yashodananda Brajajana Ranjana Yashodananda Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachare Yamuna Tira Vanachare Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaridhare Yashodananda Brajajana Ranjana Yashodananda Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachare Yamuna Tira Vanachare Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihare Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaridhare Yashodananda Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanananda Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachare Yamuna Tira Vanachare Jai, all glory to Shishi Radha Paratasanti Lalita Vishaka ki Jai, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki Jai, Shri Shri Lakshmi Narasingh Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki Jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Shri Shri Madhavendra Puri Trubhav ki Jai, Nitai Shri Gaur Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glories to assembled devotees, all glory to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Jai Jai Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Dvaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jai Dvaita Chandra Jai Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Om Jnana Timiridasya Jnanan Janasalakaya Chakshu Amilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yukta Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunastam Bitam Tam Sanjivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakam Bitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvese Sashunyavadi Pasachade Satarini Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyai Vacha Paritanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopita Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Lapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavanishwari Brishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Devi Krishnamai Prokta Radhika Paradevata Sarva Lakshmi Mai Sarvam Kanti Samohini Paraha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Lagayate Grim Yatkare Patamahan Vande Shri Guru Dina Taranam Paramanam Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram Kandamandala Karam Vyaptaina Characharam Tatpadam Dashutam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. So everyone is welcome to this morning class. Today is the holy disappearance of a very great personality, very exalted personality, His Divine Grace, Madhavendra Puri Goswami, who is actually the embodiment of love of Godhead. And today is his disappearance day. And Even though I'm not qualified by all standards to speak about such a exalted Vaishnav, but I think it is my good fortune to meditate on the pastimes of such an exalted person. In fact, when we try to speak about exalted personalities, what we are actually doing is we are meditating on those sacred pastimes of such a person. So that is my good fortune that we are here today, and we have been asked to say something about the disappearance of Madhavendra Puri Goswami Pad. So a verse has been quoted from the Antya-lila of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila chapter 8. Chapter 8 is entitled Ramachandra Puri criticizes the Lord. So verse 22 says, Suni Madhavendra Mane Koda Opajila Dura Dura Krishna Bli Barshana Karila Suni Madhavendra Mane Koda Opajila Dura Papishta Bali Barshana Karila Madhavendra Mane Koda Opajila Dura Dura Papishta Barshana Karila. Matanjis. Krishna Bali Marshana Karina. Word from word translation. Suni, hearing. Madhavendra, or Madhavendra Puri. Mane, in the mind. Krodha, anger. Upajila, arose. Dura, dura. Get out. Papishta, you sinful rascal. Bali, saying, Varshana Karila, he chastised. Translation, and purport by His divine grace, Laisi Bhakti Vedanta Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Ke Jai. Translation, hearing this instruction, Madhavendra Puri, greatly angry, rebuked him by saying, "Get out, you sinful rascal." Please repeat responsibly. Hearing this instruction, Madhavendra Puri, greatly angry, rebuked him by saying, "Get out, you sinful rascal." Purport. Ramachandra Puri could not understand that his spiritual master, Madhavendra Puri, was feeling transcendental separation. He was lamenting. His lamentation was not material. Rather, it proceeded from the highest stage of ecstatic love for Krishna. When he was crying in separation, "I could not achieve Krishna, I could not reach Mathura," this was not ordinary material lamentation. Ramachandra Puri was not sufficiently expert in understanding the feelings of Madhavendra Puri, but nevertheless, he thought himself very advanced. Therefore, regarding Madhavendra Puri's expressions as ordinary material lamentation, he advised him to remember Brahman, because he was latently an impersonalist. Madhavendra Puri understood Ramachandra Puri's position as a great fool, and therefore immediately rebuked him. Such a reprimand from the spiritual master is certainly for the betterment of the disciple. So we can read two other verses prior to this. Actually, from verse 19. From verse 19 it says, "Puri Goshani Kare Krishna Nama Sankirtana Mathura Na Painum Bali Kare Na Krandanaha." Translation: Madhavendra Puri was chanting the holy name of Krishna, and sometimes he would cry, "Oh my Lord, I did not get shelter at Mathura." That's 19. 20 it says, "Ramachandra Puri Tabe Opadesha Tanire Sishyahana Guru Ke Kahe Hayanahi Kare." Translation: Then Ramachandra Puri was so foolish that he fearlessly dared to instruct his spiritual master. 21. Tumi Purna Brahmananda Karaha Smarana Brahmavit Karna Kene Karaha Rodanaha. Translation: If you are in full transcendental bliss, he said, you should now remember only Brahman. Why are you crying? So, these are very, very interesting moments in the life of such an exalted personality. Actually, if you read the 4th chapter of the Mandya Lila, of Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can understand the position of Madhavendra Puri. He was not an ordinary person. Because Madhavendra Puri, he saw Krishna directly. Madhavendra Puri, he interacted with Krishna directly. So what I've decided to do is I've taken some verses from that chapter that we can just hear the glorious activities of such a personality. But Ramachandra Puri was so stupid, he was so foolish, that he dared to instruct him. Someone who had the opportunity to speak to Krishna directly. Someone who was so dear to Krishna that Krishna had to steal a pot of sweet rice just to satisfy his devotee. There is no understanding why Ramachandra Puri should give such instruction to Madhavendra Puri. So I've taken a number of verses, a very long chapter, 213 verses, but I've selected a few of those verses. I thought we should just go through them. That will give us a background of that exalted position that Madhavendra Puri occupied. And so, why Ramachandra Puri should never have thought of advising his spiritual master. So in the very first verse, it says, Yasmai datum chorayam shrabadam gopinata shra chorabido bhut Sri Gopala pradishatit vashat san yat premna Madhavendram nataho. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisances unto Madhavendra Puri, who was given a pot of sweet rice stolen by Sri Gopinath Ji, celebrated thereafter as Shira Chora, being pleased by Madhavendra Puri's love. Sri Gopal, the deity of Govardhan, appeared to the public. So this is just a summary of the activities, exalted activities of Madhavendra Puri. He was so dear to the Lord that the Lord has had to hide a pot of sweet rice for his pleasure, because Madhavendra Puri had wanted to understand the quality of offerings that the devotees, the pujaris, were giving to Gopinath Ji in Remuna. So he inquired from the pujaris what kind of offering that they are giving to their deities. And when the pujari told him that they offer sweet rice as a last offering in the evening, so he desired that I wish I had a taste of this sweet rice, so that when I go back to Vrindavan, we can offer a similar preparation to Gopalji. And the deity understood the mind of Madhavendra Puri. So therefore, he made the necessary arrangements to offer Madhavendra Puri a pot of sweet rice so that he can actually taste it and understand the quality of that sweet rice. And then it's also mentioned how Gopal appeared before Madhavendra Puri. I think I'll read another verse. Which says, Dekiya Purira Prabhava Loke Chamatkara Purva Anakuta Yena Haila Sakshatkara. Seeing the influence, sorry, I think there's a verse before that. Okay, seeing the influence of Madhavendra Puri, all the people gathered there were struck with wonder. They saw the Anakuta ceremony which had been performed before during the time of Krishna, which was now taking place by the mercy of Sri Madhavendra Puri. So the Anakut festival that we perform now is actually coming down from Madhavendra Puri. And how did that happen? Madhavendra Puri had visited Vrindavan, and then he circumambulated the hill, Govardhan hill, and then he got to Govinda Kund, and he sat down there, and he was chanting his japa. He did not bother about eating. He did not go around begging for food. He just sat in one place, and he was chanting very sweetly. Krishna was watching his devotee, and so when he saw that this exalted Vaishnava was not bothered about eating, the Lord himself appeared to Madhavendra Puri with a pot of milk, and he offered it to him and told him that in my village, in my country, nobody goes without food. Nobody goes hungry. So please take this milk, drink it, and keep the pot. I will come back to collect the pot. So Madhavendra Puri, he enjoyed the milk, and that was Krishna speaking to him directly. According to the description, the boy was so beautiful. The boy was so attractive. He was enchanting. Just by seeing that boy, Madhavendra Puri was satisfied. Even without drinking the milk, he was satisfied just seeing that beautiful boy. So he drank the milk, he washed the pot, and he kept it down, waiting for the boy to come back and take it. But he waited and waited and waited. And that transcendental boy, he never came back. So he chanted all day and all night. And at some point, he dozed off. And when he dozed off, he saw the same boy who had brought him the pot of milk speaking to him. He held the hand of Madhavendra Puri and pulled him towards some bushes. And he told him, I am lying in these bushes from a long time ago, when the Muslims attacked the pujaris, the temple. The pujari, out of fear of these Muslims, hid me here and run away. So please, call the villagers, let them bring choppers Let them bring cutlasses. Let them clear the bushes and take me out of this place. Clean my body and install me on top of Gordon Hill. Then the dream broke. And Madhavendra Puri, he saw the boy was not there, but he understood the dream very clearly. So the next morning, he went into the village and told the villagers that, my dear people of this village, Lord Balaji, Lord Gopalji is right here in the bushes. Get choppers. Let us go and fetch him. Hearing this story from Madhavendra Puri, all the villagers were very eager. They were very enthusiastic. So they followed him. And after clearing the bushes, they saw this very beautiful form of the Lord, Gopal, covered by grasses. They brought him out. They removed the grasses. They placed him on top of a big stone on Govardhan, and they used another stone to support him at the back. And under the guidance of Madhavendra Puri, they performed Abhishek, and they installed the deity there, and they began to offer all kinds of wonderful preparations for the pleasure of Gopalji. So, for 2 years, this worship was going on. Different villages around Govardhan took turns on different days to cook and take care of Gopal deity. The news of the discovery of Gopalji spread like wildfire. And bordering towns and places got to hear that Madhavendra Puri had discovered the beautiful form of Gopal. And so people were coming from far and wide to offer services to Gopalji. And so for 2 years, this worship, offering, kirtan, was going on under the care of Madhavendra Puri. Then some 2 Brahmanas arrived from Bengal, and Madhavendra Puri, he initiated them into worshipping the deities. He showed them what to do in the service of the deity. And then he entrusted them to the worship of Gopalji. And he was satisfied to see that there was a continuous offering of first-class bhoga, first-class service to this wonderful deity of Gopalji. But then one night, Madhavendra Puri had a dream. Gopalji had approached him and mentioned to him that, see, the temperature of my body is very high. Despite all the abhishek, despite the pots and pots of water poured on my body, my temperature is still very high. And the only way you can nullify this is to get some sandalwood pulp and rub it all over my body. So please, go to Puri and fetch this sandalwood pulp for my pleasure. So when Madhavendra Puri heard this, he was so happy. He was in ecstasy. So immediately he started for Puri, putting these 2 Brahmanas in charge of worshipping Gopalji deity. And so he began to walk. So it says here, first of all, Madhavendra Puri walked through Bengal and he arrived at the house of Advaita Acharya in Shantipur. And when Advaita Acharya saw Madhavendra Puri, he was so happy to receive him. Shantipura Aila Advaita Acharya Gare Purira Premadeki Acharya Anandaha. When Madhavendra Puri arrived at the house of Advaita Acharya in Shantipur, the Acharya became very pleased and ecstatic to see him. And he requested him to initiate him. Advaita Acharya begged to be initiated by Madhavendra Puri. After initiating him, Madhavendra Puri started for South India. Remunate Kaila Gopinata Darshana Tatra Rupa Dekina Haila Vivala Manaha. Going into South India, Sri Madhavendra Puri visited Remuna, where Gopinath is situated. Upon seeing the beauty of the deity, Madhavendra Puri was overwhelmed. In the corridor of the temple from which people generally view the deity, Madhavendra Puri chanted and danced. Then he sat down there and asked a Brahmana what kinds of food they offer the deity. Madhavendra Puri thought, I shall inquire from the priests what foods are offered to Gopinath, so that by making arrangements in our kitchen, we can offer similar foods to Gopalji. The Brahmana priest said, in the evening the deity is offered sweet rice in 12 earthen pots. Because the taste is as good as nectar, Amrita, it is named Amrita Kali. This sweet rice is celebrated throughout the world as Gopinath Shira. It is not offered anywhere else except here. If without my asking a little sweet rice is given to me, I can then taste it and make a similar preparation to offer to my Lord Gopalji. So when Madhavendra Puri heard about the quality of this sweet rice, Amrita Kali, a very special sweet rice, which is characteristic of the offering in Remuna, he had a desire to taste it so that he can offer a similar preparation to Gopalji. He did not mention this to anyone. He just thought about it. But Gopinath understood the desire of his great devotee. Gopinath understood the desire of Madhavendra Puri. So, when the Pujari came to take away the 12 pots of sweet rice, Gopinath had hidden one pot in a secluded place that the Pujaris could not see that pot. And so they took away 11 pots. So, and as the Pujari went back, he put the deities to rest, and he went back to rest. Gopinath appeared in the dream of the Pujari and woke him up. He said, hey, go back to the altar. I have hidden one pot of sweet rice for a very special person. Go and pick it. Go to the marketplace. Madhavendra Puri is sitting there. He is chanting japa. Look for him and offer him this sweet rice. So the priest woke up from his dream he took his bath and he dressed up and went to the altar. And according to the directions of Gopinath, he found a pot of sweet rice hidden in a corner. He picked it up and went out shouting, "Who is that fortunate soul? Who is that fortunate personality that Gopinath wants to bestow his unlimited, costless mercy upon? Who is that person?" And throughout the marketplace, he was making this announcement. And when Madhavendra Puri heard his name being chanted by the priest of Gopinath, he came out and accepted the sweet rice. He ate it. It was a taste out of this world. When he tasted that sweet rice, he fell into ecstasy. He manifested symptoms of love of Godhead. So that is the intimate relationship that exists between the pure devotees of the Lord and the Lord. Srila Prabhupada explains in that purport to this verse that Krishna is prepared to do anything for the satisfaction of his devotee, even including stealing. He said that mundaners cannot understand the relationship between Krishna and his devotee. That Krishna is prepared to do anything to please his devotee. And so, the deity of Gopinath, he stole a pot of sweet rice and hid it somewhere that the pujaris could not see. And then later on, he woke up the pujari to go and offer that sweet rice to Madhavendra Puri. So therefore, we can understand how exalted this Madhavendra Puri is. So after he ate his sweet rice, he washed the pot and he broke the pot into pieces. And he tied it in his cloth. And every day, Madhavendra Puri would take one piece of the broken pot and he would eat it also. So he was feeling so much ecstasy, eating the sweet rice, and he could feel that the same transcendental taste was also in the pot, because the deity of Gopinath had actually carried that pot. The pot had been touched by the lotus hands of Gopinath, and therefore the ecstasy that he felt in eating the sweet rice was also found in the pot. And so every day, Madhavendra Puri will eat a piece of the broken pot. Now, he was afraid that the news would spread that Gopinath had stolen a pot of sweet rice for him. And so people will hear of this story and they will consider him a very exalted devotee. So many people will come to offer their obeisances to him. And as a very exalted Vaishnava, a very humble Vaishnava, he did not want pratishta. He did not want any honor. So he decided to leave Remuna before dawn so that no one would come to him and glorify him. But it is said that by the power of devotional service, the reputation of becoming a pure devotee, the reputation of serving Krishna without any motivation is so great that even though Madhavendra Puri left Remuna before sunrise, so that nobody else saw him, but by the time he got to Puri, Lord Gopinath had revealed his glory to devotees in Puri. So Madhavendra Puri was very surprised that when he got to Puri, devotees were talking about the sweet rice that was stolen by a Gopinath and offered to him. He was so embarrassed. But that is the way Krishna does his things. When Krishna wants to glorify a devotee, he cannot hide. And if Krishna also wants to defame a person, he cannot escape. Just as it is said, Mareke Krishna Rakeke, Rakeke Krishna Mareke. If Krishna wants to protect a devotee, nobody can kill him. And if Krishna wants to kill a person, nobody can save him. Kamsa thought he could avoid Krishna. Actually, Kamsa had performed great austerities, and he was endowed with so much strength by Lord Brahma that nobody could defeat Kamsa. Nobody. All the demons, Bakasura, Agasura, and all the asuras who became Kamsa's friends, they were all defeated in battle. The rule was, Kamsa would go to everyone and fight with them. And if he defeated the person, he became his servant. And if anybody could defeat him, Kamsa would become the servant of that person. But because Kamsa had received such empowerment from Lord Brahma, nobody could defeat him. It is mentioned that he actually became the son-in-law of Jarasandha because of his strength. The strength he got from the blessings of Brahma. Jarasandha had a very special elephant. Is that Kulaya Vipida? What is the name of that elephant? That's right. And that elephant could not be controlled. Even if you chain it with the biggest chains, it will break off and go its own direction. So Kamsa was fighting his battles, conquering everywhere, when this elephant of Jarasandha broke off and appeared before Kamsa. And Kamsa picked up that elephant by the tail, twirled him in the air, and threw him back to the kingdom of Jarasandha. And when this elephant landed before Jarasandha, he was surprised. Who is that powerful person who can throw this elephant like a stone? So he decided to find out, and when he found out it was Kamsa, he decided to make friends with him by marrying his two daughters, Prapti and Asti, to Kamsa. So Kamsa was so strong. And beside that, because he was a king, he had a very strong military. He has very strong personalities. Chanura, Mustika, all these wrestlers. And Kamsa was thinking, I'm fully protected. Nobody can kill me. He was protected so long as Krishna had not arrived in the scene. As soon as Krishna arrived in Mathura, all the protection of Kamsa finished. That elephant was killed. Chanura, Mustika, and all the other wrestlers were killed. Everyone was scattered. And Krishna and Balaram, just the two of them, they defeated everybody, and Kamsa was killed. So when Krishna wants to kill someone, nobody can protect him. And when Krishna wants to protect someone, no one can save him. Similarly, if Krishna wants a devotee's reputation to be spread all over the three worlds, the devotee cannot stop it. And if Krishna wants to what is the word? Defame, yes. When Krishna wants to defame a personality, nobody can stop it. So, Madhavendra Puri wanted to avoid this reputation. He wanted to avoid the glorification that he is such a dear devotee of the Lord. So he left Remuna and went to Puri. But before he arrived there, Gopinath Ji had revealed that pastimes to some other devotees. And so his glory continued in Puri. So this is the kind of personality that Ramachandra Puri dared to correct. And it also is mentioned when Madhavendra Puri finally got the sandalwood pub and he came back through the same place, the deity of Gopal Ji told him, there is no need for you to carry all this sandalwood to Vrindavan. Just offer it to Gopinath Ji. I am not different from Gopinath Ji. Whatever service is rendered to Gopinath Ji, I'll receive it. So, a personality like this, that Krishna is talking to, Krishna is relating to, Krishna is dealing with so intimately, how can you dare go and instruct him? He should think of Brahman. He is such an exalted devotee. Actually, it is said that he is the embodiment of love of Godhead. And so, before his time, that nobody ever manifested such ecstatic love of Godhead. And so, he is one of the dearest devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sent him to this world to create the scene for distributing love of Godhead. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Krishna Bhava Mitahiyaha Aswadyan Swadhyayam Bhaktam Preman Diksham Asikshayad. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came into this world purposely to taste the nectar of Krishna consciousness, Krishna Bhavamritam. He came to taste the nectar of Krishna consciousness and initiate all his followers into that nectar. So before Lord Chaitanya would come, he sent Madhavendra Puri to establish this sacred path of bhakti. So, he was such an exalted personality, being an associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is why he laid the foundation. He became the spiritual master of such exalted personalities like Advaita Acharya, like Ishwara Puri. I even heard, even Nityananda Prabhu was also a disciple of Madhavendra Puri. So we can see the role Madhavendra Puri played in establishing this love of Godhead in this material world. So, Ishwara Puri received initiation from Madhavendra Puri, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu received initiation from Ishwara Puri. And that is how this love of Godhead, Krishna Bhavamrita, has come down from Madhavendra Puri to Ishwara Puri to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the Goswamis and all the great Vaishnavas coming through Srila Prabhupada. And today we are also connected to this sacred path that Madhavendra Puri came to initiate. So Ramachandra Puri is such an unfortunate person that instead of him rendering such service to his spiritual master at the end of his life, he became offensive towards his spiritual master and got such a curse. And because he offended his spiritual master, he became very fallen that when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also criticized Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Ishwara Puri, who actually served his spiritual master so nicely, he was blessed by Madhavendra Puri to become the spiritual master of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And as a result of that blessing, Ishwara Puri became the Guru of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So these are the two separate activities a disciple can engage in. One can render such loving service to the spiritual master and get blessed by the spiritual master to become an instrument in the spread of Krishna consciousness. And one can also become an offender to the spiritual master and get chastised, get cursed, like Ramachandra Puri. Srila Prabhupada mentions in the purport that even when the spiritual master is very angry and rebukes the disciple, chastising the disciple, that is mercy. The disciple must accept it as mercy. So, on this auspicious day of Sri Madhavendra Puri, we have to pray to Sri Madhavendra Puri to bless us so that we do not follow the example of Ramachandra Puri. We should not become offensive toward the spiritual master. We should be ready to execute the orders of the spiritual master to the best of our capacity, our ability. We should follow the footsteps of Ishwara Puri. Ishwara Puri rendered such menial service to his spiritual master. He used to clean his body. He would take his stool, his urine, he would bathe him, he would take care of him. Madhavendra Puri, he was so much satisfied with the service of Ishwara Puri. So therefore he blessed him. So on this auspicious day, we pray that Madhavendra Puri will bless us so that we can execute the order of the spiritual master very diligently and never commit any offense to the spiritual master, so that our spiritual lives can be successful. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So any comments or questions? I don't know what is the time.
Hare Krishna.
Time?
Hare
Any
Krishna,
comment?
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna.
So here we see that Shuni Madhavendra Mane Krodha Upajil. The anger arose in the mind of Madhavendra Puri. So we have to learn how to become angry also. This is also instruction. Madhavendra Puri is giving instruction how to become angry, how to lament, and how to desire, how to become angry. These things are very high level. Very high level. Ramchandra Puri was thinking, Brahma Bhutah Prasannatma na sochoti na kankchati. So you are on the level of Brahman, then you should not lament, you should not desire. But above the level of Brahman, Paramatma level and then Bhagwan level. And at Bhagwan level, there is lamentation, there is desire, there is anger, everything is there. So how to become angry, at what time, at what circumstances we have to become angry, we have to learn. When he is leaving the body, he is become angry. He knows how to become angry and why to become angry. He is becoming angry, and in this way he is benefiting the Ramchandra Puri. So
you.
by anger also you benefit somebody.
Yes. Thank you very much. That is the position of the spiritual master. Of course, the representatives of the spiritual master and even the management of our society, they have that responsibility to guide everyone. So sometimes we have the wrong notion that the spiritual master should never get angry. We have the wrong notion that our authorities should never get angry. We have the wrong notion that saintly man cannot be angry. But a saintly man's anger is actually our benediction. So therefore we see here that Ramachandra Puri, he committed such a serious offense And the only way he could be saved was the spiritual master to express his dissatisfaction by rebuking him, by chastising him. So, on the transcendental plane, there is anger. There is transcendental anger. On the transcendental plane, there is lamentation. There is transcendental lamentation. On the transcendental plane, there is desire. There is spiritual desire. It doesn't mean that once you attain the spiritual platform, you become desireless. We have to desire for Krishna. We have to desire for the pleasure of Krishna. There is desire, but it's spiritual. We have to lament. Actually, Madhavendra Puri was in love with Krishna. He was just demonstrating how we should think and feel. He was on the topmost platform. Considering all these wonderful pastimes that took place, he was already on the topmost platform. But he was teaching the disciples how to lament for Krishna. And the poor-hearted, poor-minded Ramachandra Puri could not understand this. And therefore, he is rather instructing his spiritual master to think of Brahman. Ramachandra is unfortunate. He didn't understand the mood of his spiritual master. But Ishvara Puri did. And as a result, each of them got their blessings. So, spiritual life means all these emotions are there, but they are on a transcendental plane. And that is what the life of Madhavendra Puri is demonstrating to us from these verses. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Madhavendra Puri Goswami Bhat ki jai. Hare Krishna.